Hi, friends. Host Eric here with Joel, Dick, Susie, T-Shirts. I don't know. I'm not looking at this tab right now, so if I forgot anybody, I'm sorry.
INFJ,
I
Carolyn.
INFJ Carolyn. Okay. Vinicius Vinci writes, and I like his guy's comments. He's a smart guy. He writes lots of good and interesting comments. Says, "Is TWFP turning into a reality show? I have a suggestion for the new videos. Put the recordings in a quarantine of 2 weeks before uploading any stuff. You all could spend more time on editing and separate the wheat from the chaff for the subscribers' delight and avoid little tiny small personal problems publicizing. Dirty laundry is best washed at home. By the way, don't take life too seriously, guys and girls, blah, 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 blah."
I love it.
All right, so I know. I
Whoever
think,
you are, brilliant. I wish you'd come in here. You probably solved some problems, and thank you for your contribution.
okay, so that probably would be an approach that would please subscribers more if I were to edit more. Your point about being selective about videos that go up is, I think, I'm just going to say I think it's wrong. I think I'm pretty selective. I mean, I have, for the archive channel, I'm in the process of engaging in a work that is, as you can see here, I've got 844 items in this old videos folder. And I'm uploading them all to the archive channel. This is the chaff. This is the
What's the
chaff.
chat?
The chaff is the part of the wheat that you don't get to use. You have to get rid of from the part of the wheat that you do use. That's when they say
Hmm.
separate the wheat from the chaff. Anyway,
This is kind of in line with my feedback. Did you watch the full video that you submitted the link for of the retrospect thing?
yeah, I did. But let me talk
And
to.
what did you think about that?
I sent you a response to it. I put a comment. I responded to your comment. It says, "You're right. It is particularly good,
It
and
was really good.
but this is the other thing I want to say. Here's the thing, VV, the commenter, and Nick as well. That video was excellent and had 90 views, and it was towards the bottom of the stack from that month of videos. So the time put in to that video was a lot. The outcome in terms of practical effect was very little. Look
You
in
just need to market it
contrast.
differently. It was
Looking,
good. It just needs to be marketed differently. It can be sold better, but it was good.
I agree with you, Nick, and I won't ever stop making stuff for the sake of it being good. That doesn't change. However, I also have this channel is designed to be
It was the
not
best
a
video you ever
nor
made.
not a normal YouTube channel. In other words, early on I was told by everybody who came here, please stop putting all this different shit together in one channel, make separate channels, blah 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 blah. I didn't. I said, no, that's not what this is. And I hope, I said multiple times, I hope that my subscribers, who are subscribers, that they chose reluctantly to be subscribers, and so they know what they're getting in terms of a lot of different shit. It is my hope to change the paradigm for subscribers' perspective, such that they see it as an advantage to have a lot of shit to choose from, knowing that they're not going to have time to watch it all. However, I also understand that there was a time period before when I uploaded too many videos, a bit of a heavy day. And in fact, the channel drama around here is very much relevant and part of the community. As a commenter and a watcher, you're probably not invested emotionally in the shit the way that the people who are actively participating in the video makings are emotionally involved. But that's a group's interests that need to be represented more than anybody else's, really, because everything else is predicated on the people who participate in the rooms. Now, some people in the rooms might say, I'm tired of hearing about Courtney. Fine, but I hope to present videos with the notion that there are over 3,000 videos here. If you don't like that topic, there's plenty more videos to watch. I know they're poorly organized. I'm not trying to defend my own failures at all here. I'm just saying that there are a lot of different viewership groups. There are different participant groups. There are different tastes and styles of video that people like. And even if the core audience of probably NTPs, NFJs may find the channel drama a little banal, it's not banal at all to me because to me, this is a discursive exercise. You might think the fact that it's centered around Courtney and dating or something makes it banal. But what makes it absolutely not banal is the fact that I'm adjudicating the issue in terms of how does this represent our metaphysical identity as a community? What do we do when we encounter individuals who violate social mores? How do we police ourselves without any rules? All these core questions are questions not just core to the channel, but to humanity itself. Because as we evolve as a species, we break into smaller and more autonomous communities. They need to be self-governing. They ought to be self-governing. And they ought to be governed by a particularist form of principalism that both respects is objective and yet is also not subject to limiting rules. Now, this is almost impossible and seems contradictory. However, my basic position is it's possible if and only if you have as your only methodology of policing the shaming of wrongness. It is the shaming of wrongness that will bring us all to the promised land. So that Nick, even while he notes somebody being made uncomfortable as I shame their wrongness, he will grow himself to learn that his own wrongness about that is something he needs to adjust. The shaming of wrongness is God's work indeed. The shaming of wrongness is God's work, I say. It is God's work because it is the only mechanism that has been proved time and time again to help people become more optimal. One and one only. Objective self-criticism. Objective self-criticism.
It would surprise you. It would surprise you.
I'm responding to this. Okay, what do you want to say? You're responding to Vincent. You agree with him. So you tell me your side of the thing.
Hold on. No. I know. You made me think of something. First of all, I think you should talk about Slack more. You've never done that. It's not ever talked about. You should advertise it more. Nobody knows what it is. Nobody's having a conversation in there.
As far as I'm concerned, Slack only exists for one purpose, and that's to be my Facebook Messenger for people who don't have Facebook messages.
Well, that's not the need it facilitates, though.
That's the need it facilitates for me.
I know, and that's people's problem is they operate through, well, this is how it works for me. It must work for this other person the same way.
No, the problem is that we think that we should be able to tell other people how they ought to use shit.
No.
We don't need to tell them to use Slack. If they feel like using it, they'll use it.
They need to know it exists, Eric. Why have it if nobody knows about it, fucker?
Nobody knows about it. Maybe we should have Discord instead, which people are familiar with.
Nobody knows about it. When is it advertised? When is it talked about ever?
What is the point of it? Why would we want a bunch of people there trying it anyway? I want them here talking to me with their actual voices.
This is how you draw them in. And there's only 12 people allowed in this room.
Okay, but then what if we have
the type of audiences you and I used to have?
Nick, this is a fucking plan that's already in place. I've already explained it to you. When these two rooms get consistently full, we're gonna add a GTM room for patronage level.
Okay,
shortly.
How come it used to be 30 people, which is more than these two rooms could handle?
How many people did we actually know were in that room? Probably 6 to 10. A lot of blankies. And you could open as many blankies. Unlike this, Nick, in GTM you can open as many blankies as you want by opening new fucking tabs.
I'm exaggerating and you're exaggerating equally.
No, Nick, I don't agree with you that the community is smaller now than it was.
I don't agree with you.
Okay, but the difference is, Nick, I made note of it and noted the dip and noted the coming back up. We have more people on camera now than we ever did before. By a substantial amount.
That's it.
That's what matters because we are making videos.
4. We went from 2 or 3 to 4 or 6. Congratulations.
Nick, You're just looking for something to hold me to account for.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry. It's not invalid.
Grasping wildly for something to say that Eric's doing wrong.
Not invalid.
There's nothing inherently invalid about grasping for things that I'm doing wrong. That's true.
I think you're doing the same thing, trying to shame wrongness.
Who, me? Oh, him.
He's doing the exact same thing.
But the problem, Nick, is what you haven't learned is you have to find actual wrongness first, and then you shame it. You keep trying to shame me by making wrongness. But your made-up wrongness doesn't work.
What did I make up wrongness with?
Where do I begin? The pile of wrongnesses from Nick is so high that I am daunted by even looking at it.
That sounds flowery, but doesn't tell me anything.
But most recently, what we were talking about is the status of the community and whether we have a healthy, growing community or see here we got a problem. You lost all these people, and why is it? Because something you're doing. You're doing wrong. You're not doing this. You are doing that. Well,
the engagement was higher. Is engagement important?
Okay, what do you mean by engagement was higher?
Engagement meaning the amount of people that are engaging in meaningful conversations.
Well, I'll tell you this. Revenue is higher than it was when we were in GTM.
Is that because of... Okay, that's an isolated thing you have to look at because it'd be time. The way maybe Susie's new, she's added a ton of value. You probably should cut her paycheck pretty soon.
Why? I know I could cut her part of the hundreds of dollars a month I spend on this in negative losses. How about that? I'll say, Susie, you owe me $50. I'll say, Susie, you owe me $50 because you get part ownership of this losing proposition.
How about if you would offer, hey, let's give my people what they want. Nick, how much would you pay for contribution towards the GTM back /
I'm
also
doing that. That's exactly the structure. It's going to be done through Patreon. As per Tiffany's suggestion, there'll be a low cost level. If you do that, then you get to go into the GTM. That's how it's going to be done. But I haven't gotten to it yet because I've got a lot of shit to it. It's like everyone always wants to tell me about, well, you should do this. Okay, well, fine, but I did fucking 6 other things today. It's not like I'm not. It's not like I'm sitting around fucking eating bonbons. I do more shit than anybody I ever met.
I'm gonna donate like $500 and then make you say, Nick, I'm sorry for all the shit I said. Yes, I would suck your dick metaphorically if I could.
Nick, what I just told you is true. I make more shit than anybody I've ever met. I do more stuff than anybody I've ever met. And people are always telling me what I ought to do more.
I know, because people believe in you, I guess. Sorry. What a burden to bear.
I've got...
May I briefly...
Go ahead, Jewel.
We're so far off topic from what this originally was intended to be, which is fine if you want to go that way. But do we want to like bring it back?
What was the topic? What was the topic, Joel? What was the topic? I don't remember.
Well, it was the comment that was written.
Oh yeah, we're making a video right now. I forgot.
Nothing new.
Okay, so Vincent, how's that video for you? Do I need to edit that a little bit more? Probably I do, huh? Well, you know what? I'm putting it up unedited just to give you a big F you for your comment. So have a good day, and don't forget to eat plenty of cheese.